Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode of the SkyTower Challenge in which we've done really cool things. We've been able to gather the passwords of 3 users and we now landed on Sarah's account and it looks like we could escalate our privileges to root. Let's get started. Hopefully we can use the Sarah user to own the server. So in the previous video, we talked about how wildcards are really wild in these contexts because star means also double dots, which means the parent directory. Do you see where this is going? So what we can do is sudo bin ls accounts, but let's suppose that I want to list the content of the root directory. It's asking me for the password of the Sarah, which we can use. So it's saying here, user Sarah is not allowed to execute as root. If we just type ls root, it says permission denied. But if we use the exact command defined here, so that would be /accounts, but we want to use the parent directory. Nothing prevents us from doing that, and it totally falls under the permissions defined here. It's totally fine to Linux. So we want to go one step up, one folder up, the parent directory, and then we want to list the content of the root directory. And little you know, we have the content, which is flag.txt. Now I can also add a bunch of other options. So we have other files. Okay, well, what can we do with that? Well, because we have also the possibility to cat, well, we can reuse that to get the content of flag.txt. So you should now see the content of the flag file, which we do. Congrats, have a cold one to celebrate. Root password is the SkyTower. All right, let's try with this. Su dash. By default, it falls back to root, but we can also specify root. And if we paste in the SkyTower as the password, drum rolls, and authentication failure. I think that's just a rabbit hole. They wanted to troll us with this fake password. Okay, but I see that there is a .ssh folder here. Can I list its content? Yes, I can, because I have the right, the capability, and certainly the motivation. Oh, bummer. We just have known host. We don't have any private key whatsoever. Okay. So with this ability to read arbitrary files, can we elevate our access to root? I mean, we have access to the root system, right? We can access flag.txt. We even have a trolling password, but can we actually become root? Well, we could try to get the content of the etc shadow file. This is the file that contains the hashed passwords of those users. So we have John, Sarah, William, but we also have the shadow or the hash of the root user. So we can attempt to crack this password using hashcat. So I leave that as an exercise to you guys. And we will see each other in the next video, As usual, stay curious, keep learning, and go find some bugs.